You can't break me, I got iron bones. My ground game will leave your mind blown. I'm ready to fight in any time zone. I'm the greatest, you can call me John Jones. Knocking clowns out like I'm Steve Pay. We can even fight on the freeway. I'ma leave him bloody right where he lay. This is the Fighters Replay.
Hey guys, welcome to the Fighters Replay. I'm one of your hosts, Robert.
I'm Kaylin.
And today we're gonna get into the card of Karate Combat 39. Luis Rocha versus Bruno Souza.
First of all, I just wanted to say thank God we're finally doing a Karate Combat card. We have been huge fans of Karate Combat. We follow them around to multiple Orlando events. We have driven down to last Miami event. We're driving down to this Miami event. Much love for Karate Combat. I think that's a great promotion. So I can't wait to provide more Karate Combat content for you guys coming up. So,
and hey, Karate Combat, if you ever see this, hey, you want to fly somebody out to make a vlog and make you content? Oh,
we got you.
And you won't find bigger fans than us.
Honestly, we are the loudest ones in the room. Anyways, this card is a little bit interesting. There's a lot more debuting fighters, new energy coming to this card. So I can't wait to see what a lot of these fighters propose for us. However, since a lot of these fighters are debuting, we don't know too much about them other than like YouTube, clips from 4 years ago. So, we don't know too much about them, but after the event, we plan on giving you guys a breakdown of what happened and those debuting fighters and how we feel about them moving forward. Getting started, at the bottom of the card, I think we have an exciting fight that a lot of people probably don't know about. We have Jonathan Broad versus Will Esparza. Now, Jonathan Broad, he has fought in Karate Combat before. He lost his debut fight to a close decision earlier in 2021, I want to say. But he showed so much heart and potential in that fight that I think everybody was just wanting him to come back. And so since then, we've been following him, watching him, seeing what he's going to do. He took a little break, did some things on the side, and now he's come back and he's looked even bigger than ever before. Dude is looking like a beast. He's put on definitely a lot of muscle. He looks a lot more composed. I truly can't wait to see Jonathan Broad come out of here. I don't want to count out Will Esparza like that. He seems like a solid kickboxer. But I think Jonathan Broad is going to take this one if he can maintain his composure and come in with the same energy that he did last time, except just a bit more confidently.
Yeah, I agree. Boy came in that way looking big. All right. Next up, we got Gabriel Stakhanowskis versus Ignacio Calaponch. Now, I think that Gabriel Stakhanowskis is going to win this fight. I think this guy has a really cool style. Not necessarily for the technique, but just his pressure, and it's really just his pressure. It's a special thing about him. The way he throws those overhand rights. It may not be the best of technique that you will ever see, but with this guy, you're gonna get down and dirty. It's gonna be a gritty fight, and I just think that that's a pressure that not many are able to handle. He is coming off a decision win to Maximo Nunes. I think he's going to probably start to feel more confident. I hope his coaches are getting down on him for technique. I think he's going to win this fight fairly easy.
Before this was re-announced to Gabriel Stancunes, I had Ignacio. Ignacio looks like the perfect guy for Karate Combat. From what I've seen, he looks like such an entertaining fighter, and I think if Ignacio can apply that pressure with that style, I think he can be very successful in Karate Combat, and I really can't wait to see his debut here. But Gabriel, he's been in the game. He's been in Karate Combat before. He's had 3 fights under Karate Combat against some high-level opponents. We've seen a lot of growth out of Gabriel, and as he progresses along. So I don't know how this one is gonna go, but I kind of want Ignacio to win this one. I'm not gonna lie. I want this guy to really entertain us. We got Adam Rosa Ramos versus Zakaria Benbucha.
Adam Rosa Ramos. We don't know much about him. However, we do know that he's a karate sensei and has achieved a lot in the karate sport. On the other hand, we got Zakaria. All we know is that he's an athletic therapist and an MMA strength and conditioning coach. So we don't know much on him. However, we do know that he's definitely going to know and have his body ready for this fight.
Next, we got Ana Luisa da Silva versus Nathalina Diniz. I'm actually really, really stoked for this fight. First of all, Karate Combat, you guys don't put out enough female fights. We need to bring more female fights. Where's Christina Kavakapalu been?
Where's Oliveira?
We need a female belt up in Karate Combat, y'all. We need a female belt. We need more female fights. I mean, these women are complete bad bitches. I mean, these are some really brutal women who will beat your teeth in if you fucking do them wrong. So seriously, watch out, y'all, because, you know, you don't want to be catching yourself slipping against a girl that knows how to fight and then you looking stupid because you decided to make some stupid decisions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So love your people right. You know what I'm saying? And back to the topic. Ana Luisa da Silva, she's fought in Karate Combat before. She seems to be a counter fighter. She gets put on her back pedals a lot. So I don't know how she's going to come out with this. I know she's been working for quite a bit. So hopefully in her camp she was able to figure a way around her last mistakes in her previous fight. But Nathalina Diniz this is her debut fight. And from all of her film, she looks extremely exciting to watch. So I can't wait to see Diniz debut, but I got to see how she maintains that distance when she gets inside the ring for sure. But this is going to be an exciting fight. We got Elijah Everill versus Raul Baumik. Both of these fighters are debuting. Elijah is a well-known kickboxer, has had lots of accomplishments in kickboxing. Raul comes more from boxing and karate. So this is going to kind of be a little bit of an interesting fight. These are different styles, different techniques that these people were taught on from the basics, from the beginning. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. I do think Elijah Everill just has a bit more experience in the ring from what I can tell from the research that I could gather. He does look like he's had that experience in the ring. So that is always the biggest advantage walking into a fight is that experience in the ring. But this is underneath new rule setting that neither one of these fighters have fought under. So we'll really just have to see how they respond to it. Up next, we have Alberto Ramirez versus Masik Turkjac. I can't wait for this fight. I think this is an amazing matchup done by Karate Combat. I think this is a wonderful matchup. Alberto, he's a very entertaining fighter. He's fought some of the bigger names like Samuel Erickson and stuff like that in Karate Combat. And Masik has done the same. I think both of these guys are experienced and they're coming with a lot of momentum. I do think Masik is just a bit more aggressive when it comes to putting on that pressure. Alberto seemed to be a bit more of a counter puncher and a counter fighter in some of his other fights, but I think he's growing a lot. Both of these fighters are growing a lot. So I can't wait to see the improvement that they made from their last fight camp on this card. Next, we got Cody Jarabek versus Antonio Arroyo. I'm excited for this one. Antonio Arroyo is a former UFC fighter, so he's more in the MMA world. These are both MMA fighters coming into this Karate Combat fight. So different rule setting for sure than what both of them are used to. I think Arroyo is definitely going to come in with a bit more experience with some higher level fighters that he's faced. And I think he's going to end up victorious.
Next up, we got Shazib Rindy versus Tommy Azus. Caitlin, you want to take this one since she was starstruck?
Okay, hold on. Don't play me like that. But Shazib came out in his KC38 and he dominated the ring. He truly showed a lot of potential. He had a great management of distance. He had a beautiful technique and style that was very unique. He had amazing footwork. I think this is, you know, a very solid prodigy that we have right here, Shazib. I don't want to count out Tommy. Tommy seems like a badass motherfucker, and I think they definitely gave Shazib a bit tougher opponent. However, I think Shazib is going to come out on top. I think he's moving with so much momentum. He's a national hero. He's, you know, moving with all great things behind him now after his debut. I think he's going to come out victorious.
Oh, yeah. You know, Shazib is definitely one of the better high-level Pakistan fighters. I do think that Tommy's going to definitely be his toughest challenge yet. And I also do think that this fight is probably going to determine whether we see him becoming a champ in this division or not in karate combat. Because you never know. Beginner's luck might be a thing. You've seen people come through first time, look great, and come back the second time looking horrible. We don't know what the case is going to be. But, you know, so far, I do think that Shazib is going to come out, and I think he's going to look good. I think he'll eventually persevere and possibly maybe even get a finish.
Good. If he's taking this seriously, I think we're going to see a great fight for Shazib Saturday night. Moving on to the co-main event, we have Raymond Daniels versus Sasha Palatnikov. Now, all of us know who Raymond Daniels is. The very well-known Raymond Daniels. However, he's coming off of a loss, and a solid loss at that. Rafael gave him a fight, man. You know, it was a little scary to see Raymond Daniels underestimate his opponent like that. So hopefully moving on, I hope he doesn't underestimate his opponent this time, and comes out with a higher pressure and a higher need for action than what he did in the Rafael fight. However, I think Raymond Daniels is levels above Sasha, respectfully. Sasha is a great opponent, and I think he's going to give him a great competition. But I think Rafael could beat Raymond, but I don't think Sasha can beat Raymond. You know what I'm saying?
I want to intervene and disagree here. I just think that, so we got to remember we're talking about two different things. Now, when Raymond Daniels debated against Franklin Mina, that dude was bouncy. He was everywhere. He's using footwork, bouncing off the walls and such, because that was him at middleweight. We saw him fight against Rafael in welterweight. Now, he wanted to fight in welterweight. But you know, as you do that weight cut, you're not going to be as athletic. You're going to not be as, you know, primed and ready to go. I think that returning to middleweight was definitely his best bet, because if we have the Raymond Daniels that was facing Franklin Mina, then Sasha's going to have a big problem. However, we can't count Sasha out. Coming off of a loss decision in his last match, however, the guy who he lost to wasn't above. People are even considering matching him up against Ross Levine. That isn't something to be ashamed of. I do think that Sasha just had a little bit of a bad night. He turned it into a brawl, didn't really remember who he was, the little smooth way that he likes to fight. I do think that Raymond Daniels edges this out, because I do think Raymond Daniels' skill is above. However, I don't think it's levels above. I think the only way Sasha can win this is if he makes it dirty and ugly. I don't think that's something that Raymond Daniels responds well to whenever you make it dirty, like how Rafael did against him, investing in those body shots earlier from the clinch, coming up close. And you saw how that hindered his movement. I think if Sasha can really just like dig into him, make this a war, Raymond Daniels will fold. Raymond Daniels likes to fight. He likes to look good, but he doesn't like to do the get down and dirty, you know?
That's an interesting take. That's a really interesting take. I like what you said there, though. You make a solid point. Here's the thing with Sasha, though. If he gets aggressive like that, he lets down his defense as well, and you can only move at that pace for so long. And I think Raymond Daniels is going to come out and set the pace from the beginning. And so, therefore, I think he's going to maintain that pace. If Sasha can come out aggressive and maintain that aggressive pressure early on and throughout the whole fight, then Sasha might come out victorious. But I don't see Sasha's cardio being able to go at that pace for that long, especially up against an experienced fighter like Raymond Daniels. You know, Raymond Daniels is, you know, the reasons why I say that, Raymond Daniels, his skill is, levels above, is because he's been in the ring so many times. He knows how to control that distance. He knows, what to do when you get close. He knows, where you are. He figures you out really fast. And so I think he'll figure out Sasha early on and end up with the victory. Overall, this is going to be a great fight. I don't want to seem like I'm counting Sasha out. Sasha definitely has the potential and the power to get the job done. But, I just got to go with my boy. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying. But however, he is an experienced fighter that did what? Gas out in his last fight.
Yeah.
Way before Sasha gassed out in his last fight. Even Sasha still had some gas. Raymond had no gas in that tank. That boy was tired.
Yeah, he was. He was playing around him. I don't know why he did that.
But to be fair, we shouldn't be surprised that he lost to the GOAT of karate.
Rafael Agaev.
The greatest of all time. Main event, Luis Rocha versus Bruno Souza. Bruno coming off a win against Bruno in a fight that was Bruno against Bruno. It was a down, dirty match. Bruno was looking, a little fly. He was getting hit earlier on. But Bruno was able to dig deep and really just start winning the crowd and start winning the fight. He won it by decision.
It was a really close fight. I honestly didn't have him winning. At the third round, I had Souza down. But then they decided to go to the, what is it called? The death round, or?
I don't know, something like that. It's like the extra round if the fight turns out to be a draw. They're going to have one more round to truly decide the victor. That's another goated thing about karate combat.
Yeah, honestly. Because they don't ever let that shit go to a close decision, split decision type anything. They'll say, go another round and we'll figure it out. And so they went another round. And Bruno Souza just came on top. And that whole final round, he truly showed his heart for the sport. And he dominated. And because of that, he won the fight. However, it was a really close fight. Which is why I think, sadly, Rocha is going to come home victorious on this. Rocha is the champ, has been the champ. He shows just great composure whenever he fights these high-level fighters. And so I think Luis is going to control that pressure from Bruno early on and end up with the victory.
Yeah, man. Luis is just so aggressive. But he's like a controlled aggression. And I think that's just a horrible matchup for Bruno, for his particular style. Bruno's not a guy who gets finishes. He's a guy that's probably going to outpoint you and, do some flashy moves along head with it. Luis is just a dude who you can get down and dirty. That dude, but yet also be controlled. Stay accurate amid all the chaos. Stay precise and powerful through it all. I just think this is the worst matchup that Bruno could probably get. I see Luis getting a finish on this.
Yeah, man, I can't wait for this next Karate Combat card. They always come out with some really exciting stuff for us. So seeing an event live as well and getting to meet the fighters and talk with the fighters and build relationships with them and truly just connect with people. I mean, this is a great event to be at. If you're in Florida, if you have the time, the money, I'd say try to make it because it's totally worth it. Definitely a night to remember.
Shit. Karate Combat is one of the greatest combat martial arts promotion I've ever seen.
Yeah, I will say that. It's very unique. It's not like any other promotion out here. It's very unique. It's got its own rule set, so they're really starting something different, a whole different wave.
Because if it's ever in your town, you need to get a ticket quick because it will sell out absolutely fast as crap. So it almost feels really exclusive because no matter where you're at, you would never have a bad seat. You're going to have $50 and you're going to get a seat better than watching UFC fights on the bleachers or from the nosebleeds. I promise you, this will be worth your time. If you don't know what Karate Combat is, check it out. Real shit, I promise you. If you you're disappointed after going to a live fight, message me. We'll talk about it. I'll give you a bottle of vodka and a personal apology with tears.
Bottled up tears. All right. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this special episode of The Fighters Replay. Let us know if you guys want to see different content with different promotions, what you guys want to see more of. Let us just know what you guys are thinking. You know, are you guys thinking about rainbows, unicorns, and puppies? You know, just fucking let us know. Just comment, you know, but make sure you leave a like too and subscribe.
Like really just comment anything. Like, I don't know.
Comment your mom's maiden name.
Do you like Taco Bell? Huh? Or, you know, do you wash your ass with Dove soap? Or do you wash
Let us know at The Fighters Replay. Peace.
You can't break me, I got iron bones. My ground game will leave your mind blown. I'm ready to fight in any time zone. I'm the greatest, you can call me John Jones. Knocking clowns out like I'm Steve Pay. We can even fight on the freeway. I'ma leave him bloody right where he lay. This is The Fighters Replay.